This is Dan of Vagabond Awake.
𝗔 from Hope Adventure.
And it's the day. It's the day we tell you that our top 5 places in the Philippines
That we could retire and live there.
that if we had to pick today, we would go to one of these top 5 places. And they may not be the same. If they're not, we'll argue about it. But we're going to start by telling you where we've been, all 21 places. And as we mention each place, we're going to tell you 2 words that stick most in our mind when we think about that place.
So we choose the top 5 is based on the place that we've been visit for the last 2 years.
Places change pretty fast, so we're just going to give you the fresh locations.
Yes.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay. First place we went to when we landed in the Philippines in 2019.
We land in
Davao.
Davao. Davao is a very clean city. It surprised me a lot. And the night market. I love the seafood over there.
Yeah, that was a fun night market.
Yeah, it's a very long night market.
Yeah, for me, I would say the two words there are White Sand Beach, because there's a beautiful beach just a short ferry ride away from the city, and also clean. It's a clean city.
It's a clean city,
We're both
yes.
using that same name. And then once we finished our time in Davao, we went over to Cagayan de Oro.
It reminds me is the white rafting.
Mine are malls and parks. It's kind of a quaint little neighborhood city, and it has cute little parks, and it has great malls. That's what comes to mind for me. So the next place we went was an island not too far from CDO called Camaguan Island.
That is remind me of the white sand beach and the big giant clam.
So for me, Camaguan, the 2 words that come to mind are waterfalls and clams. There's also a couple of white sand beaches, like Chen mentioned, off the coast, not far a distance away, and those amazing clams had a white sand beach in front of them. But it's mainly just like a quaint little island.
Yeah, it is only also is like a very tranquil lifestyle over there. Very,
Tranquil.
Very relaxing kind of the
Yeah,
lifestyle.
it's totally laid back.
Laid back.
Yeah.
Yes,
And after that, we jumped on a ferry and we went over to BOHOL.
BOHOL, Chocolate Hill, and a small monkey they call 𝗙𝗢.
Tangier or something like that. Yeah. So when I think of BOHOL, I think of the rolling hills, like the chocolate hills that Chung's talking about. And also, I think of nature, including these little tiny, the smallest mammal in the world, apparently. And after and while we were at BOHOL, we also went to Panglao, which is an island just off BOHOL.
Beautiful white sand beaches, nightlife, and seafood.
For me, Panglao, I think of, we went on a tour and there was this white sandbar, that had all this food on it. It was all fresh seafood. And all these Filipinos were there selling their food and cooking it. You could walk around and you could look at all the seafood while it's still alive. And then
The number 6 is Dumaguete.
Dumaguete. You may know we were stuck in Dumaguete for 6 or 7 months during the beginning of the coronavirus, which we didn't mind too much. It was a very quaint little city. It's a very popular place for expats. So for me, the 2 words are expat and colleges. It's a college town, so it's fun.
For me, it's about you can go to visit the island surrounding. Over there is like 𝗂𝐒𝐿 and 𝗂𝐻 Island. That is so beautiful because I see the giant turtle right in front of me. I no need to go to the water. It's amazing. And also they have along the Dumaguete, they have Valencia, DAVAO. You can go there and enjoying the mountains, more cooling weather, and go to the beach. You can live around the beaches.
Yeah, a lot of great day trips out of Dumaguete. So.
Yes. Number 7 is 𝗂𝐒𝐿.
𝗂𝐒𝐿, one of the best day trips or weekend, or you could live there. 𝗂𝐒𝐿 is an island off of Dumaguete. And for me, 2 ideas come to mind there. Amazing waterfalls and the white sand beaches.
For me, it's same too. It's an amazing waterfall and the white sand beaches. The next one that is Metro Manila, Makati.
Yeah, Makati. And so for me, Makati is city life. It's one of the neighborhoods in Manila, Metro Manila, and it has amazing food. restaurants and parks full of food, and also has malls. So food and malls from
Yes.
Kati.
Yeah, for me also it's a food and a mall and a high rise here is like concrete jungle to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one is El Nido.
Okay, El Nido. El Nido for me, wow, what a breathtaking place. Islands and white sand beaches.
Islands, the big lagoon and small lagoon and the white sand beaches. The tour is amazing tour over there with amazing food.
Yeah, no matter where in the world you are, you're going to want to come to Palawan and see El Nido.
Yes.
It's amazing.
The next one is Coron.
Coron is an island in Palawan all the way to the north, and it's, for me, it's famous for scuba diving and for floral coral reefs. Amazing coral reefs and scuba diving.
Yeah, it's for me. It's a scuba diving and the lake. The view is so amazing. Definitely, these two places you need to visit when you're in the Philippines: El Nido and Coron.
And then the number 11 place we visited, it was called Puerto Princesa.
It's a beautiful water walk fronts. It reminds me of Dumaguete.
Yeah.
And then they have a market. It's a place. It's a nice place to be live.
From when I think of Puerto Princesa, I think of two things. One's kind of like a small town feeling to it, kind of quaint. And also the boardwalk that Chung mentioned. Amazing to go there and just people watch, little restaurants along there. It's a nice way to spend your evenings.
I love that.
Yeah. So next up, we went to 𝗙𝗢𝗊, which is on Luzon towards the south. And what are your words?
Bulalot.
Food.
And the Kawa bath. I went there for the bath, the boiling bath.
Yeah. For me, it's a volcano because it's known. It's up. 𝗙𝗢𝗊 is up on a ridge, and it looks down on a lake that is a volcano lake. And the other is the views, just amazing views in 𝗙𝗢𝗊. Next up is Angeles City. We visited Angeles.
Angeles City. Wow, I don't need to say anything. Nightlife and the food.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
For me, I have down food, great choices in food, and also beautiful women from all over the Philippines come there. Next up is Subic Bay.
Subic Bay also is a clean city for me. When I arrive, I see Subic Bay, I see Olong Apo.
Okay.
Oh, I love that town. It's very cute little town.
That's our favorite neighborhood, just off Subic Bay. For me, I saw smiles when I was there. Smiles everywhere I went, and also cute little neighborhoods with diverse kinds of architecture. It had a footprint from when there was a naval base there still, and so it seemed to just be a very happy place. And then finally, we went to Alaminos, or better known for tourists as 100 Islands.
Yes, and so we went there for 100 Island. A lot of island over there. We went for the island hopping.
Island hopping. Yeah. So that's your word?
That's my word.
My word too, island hopping. Beautiful island hopping. Great weekend trip.
The next one is number 16. It's Baguio City.
Yes, Baguio. Wow, it's hard to only come up with 3 words for this place, but I'm going to use food and I'm going to use weather.
I also use food, part, weather. Amazing.
Yeah, amazing. It's up in the mountains, mile high. It's green everywhere you turn. Amazing food. There's universities there. There's lakes. So it's just a great neighborhood city.
The next one is La Union. We've been to San Juan and San Fernando.
Yeah. So when I think of La Union, I think of San Juan and San Fernando, the 2 cities there. And for me, the things that come to mind are surfing and beach.
It's La Union coming to me is surfing and a hippie town. So in the San Juan, they have a lot of the foods, which is good for Westerner, and also it's good for me that I can eat the local foods. Very nice, the food park.
It's a great town, San Fernando is too, San Juan. So that's the other thing that comes to mind.
The next one is Vigan.
When I think of Vigan, I think of a colonial Spanish town. Because of the architecture there, and also cobblestone streets.
Yes, for me the same. Spanish colonial town and a cobblestone street.
Yeah, that's great.
The next one is Porto Galera.
Porto Galera, wow. My words are bays, beautiful bays, and white sand beaches.
My come to me is paradise for retire in the Philippines, if you want white sand beaches and the city life is over there.
Yeah, it's all wrapped up in one, isn't it?
Yes.
And
the next one is we also been to field trip like Buzkaland, Kalingan village, which is the 105 years old, the oldest tattoo artist in the world.
Yeah, and I think of the rice terraces there. It's a village with beautiful rice terraces that feeds the village. And also, I think of tribes because it's a tribal atmosphere. It's an actual tribe that still exists in the mountains. It has its culture pretty much intact. The next up, while we were there in Kalinga, on the way back to
Baguio City.
Baguio City, we stopped in Sagada.
Sagada, fresh air, beautiful. They have a beautiful flower along the, the places, the houses, everywhere.
And for me, I think of views, just amazing views getting there. And while you're there, just rolling hills, gorgeous greenery, very quaint. And I also think of calm. It was a very, as Chung would say, a tranquil city. Okay, so that's where we've been with the 2 words each for each place. And today we're going to go through our top 5.
Top 5.
Of those places we just named. We're so excited about this subject that we went over on this video. So part 2 is going to be up here at Chung's channel. Go watch it over there to find out as we continue talking about our top 5 places.
Come to my channel.
Yeah, go over there.